If I'm being totally honest, I didn't really think we'd be getting to this point anytime soon. My friends have just alerted me that a new ban list has dropped, and if you've noticed over the past couple weeks or so, I've been kind of scarce here on this channel. Uploads haven't been as frequent, and it's mainly because this format has been a nightmare. Some people like it, good for them. I am not one of those people. I've absolutely despised playing in this tier dominated format. Now moving into the Kashtira portion of this format, not seemingly getting any better, was not having fun at all, and it's just been miserable ever since Magnificent Mavens has released. And Photon Hypernova is literally coming out next week, and I'm shocked to hear that we've got a ban list already. So it's on Twitter, I think, but I like doing it on the official website just because I like being able to scroll through all of the options at once. So let's go ahead and see if it's updated here. Yes, it's okay. It says updated to... Okay, so it says updated February 6, 2023, which is today. And right off the bat, I'm already seeing some signs of promise. We have Artifact Scythe. This should have been done a long time ago. And Barrier Statue of the Stormwinds. You could argue this also should have been done a long time ago as well, because of how powerful it is in the Fluandree's deck. But that's really not the big issue here. And I think with Kashtira being as dominant and as powerful as it's going to be, they were playing this rank 7, I think it was called Arsenal Falcon, a rank 7 that could summon a level 4 or lower winged beast from the deck, and what do you know, that is Barrier Statue of the Stormwind. So it's great to see that finally go. I think this was one of the things that was like higher up on my list of things to go, and Kashtira being as strong as it already is, this card is just sending it over the top a little bit. Although I don't really know how much this card was being played prior to the ban list. I heard that was an interaction you can do. I thought it was maybe kind of a gimmicky thing, but I guess it won't have to be that at all. It's just not going to be a thing at all, which is good. And this is also a big hit to Fluandree's, which has been basically unchecked since its inception, and only getting more support with macro, Di-Fi, etc., although it's not really true support. Let's keep going here. I'm like forgetting other cards that I would have want to see banned, and alright. Oh, I already see it. Tearlament, Kit Kalos. Rest in fucking peace. No one is going to miss this card. Although we've seen over in the OCG that it doesn't really make too big of a difference, but that is fucking awesome. Like, there's been few times where Yu-Gi-Oh! Has gotten as terrible and as boring for me personally as it's been right now. And this card was one of the key factors in that. Now, we're not entirely out of the woods yet. Like I said, the OCG has showed us a lot where they absolutely slaughtered that deck over there. More hits than just Kit Kalos being banned. They've did a lot more. They've limited a lot of the main deck names of the Tearlament monsters. And the deck is still really good. Now, to say that will translate the same as over here, who knows, right? We literally have no idea. Now let's keep going. So that is the only banned fusion. I don't think there was really any other fusions that needed to be. And Sprite Elf has been banned. Oh my god, this was not expected. Sprite Elf is not expected, but this card is an absolute nuisance. Like, the amount of... And I saw some people saying that they thought Merly should be one of the cards to get banned, because Merly is what gives Tier the access to go into... What was it, like, go into Dark, take, like, a Magnuma, right? This is insane. Like, they can go into Dark, take your Magnuma, get an end phase search, link into Sprined, and, well, not Sprined, they have to link into Elf. Elf brings back Merly, and then they can mill 3... or they can go into Sprined and dump Merly because it's a level 2. So that almost seems like a little unfair to Sprite. Like, they literally just got ulti Sprite Blue, and now that they've banned Sprite Elf, that, like, I feel like Merly, because, like, you ban Merly, right, then they don't have any reason really to play Sprite Elf anymore in tier, and then Elf becomes a Sprite card, and Sprine becomes just a Sprite card, instead of being, they're just both clearly Tearlament support, just disguised as Sprite support. So that is a little weird. Yeah, that's like, I get it. Like, Elf is an insane card. Not denying that, but like banning Elf instead of Merly, and yeah, we don't have any other banned monsters here. Obviously, it wouldn't make sense to limit something like Merly. Although I would not put it past Konami to say, hey, let's go ahead and limit some of these cards because we don't know what we're doing. But yeah, just ban Hammer, absolutely. Okay, so no banned Synchros, no banned Xyz. Don't really think there's any Xyz that need to be banned off the top of my head. We'll keep going. Spells. Okay, so Pearl Rhino is still at 3. Or no. I was gonna say Pearl Rhino could have been banned, but we're in the banned section. I thought we were in the limited section. So no Pearl Rhino being banned, although I think that would have been a good candidate to be banned too. That card is insane. Hopefully it's like limited at least. Going to the limited section, we have a Guido, the Ancient Sentinel. Okay, like this just goes to show how crazy these Ishizu cards were. They literally never needed to be printed. Threw Yu-Gi-Oh! Into a literal downward spiral. But putting it to 1, I mean, people are still definitely going to be playing this card in tier. Like, there's no reason not to play it. Now, like, I just hate certain cards like that being at 1. Hopefully, we'll see Kelback and all of the other Ishizu cards. Yep, Kelback, Keldo, and Mudora all going to 1. These are all still going to be one of staples in the entire deck. So they still have 4 Ishizu cards they can hit. But now, we don't have to worry. And I'm just realizing we don't have to worry about constantly being molested if your deck tries to interact with the graveyard whatsoever by constantly getting hit with Keldos and Medoras. Now we only have to deal with 1 of each, and that is it. I think that really is amazing. Definitely a huge step in the right direction. The amount of times it was so infuriating where your opponent would get, especially game 1, right? Your opponent could mill 5 to 10 cards off the top of your deck and immediately know what you're playing. It's basically like they get to look at your hand because they're just getting to look at a sample hand of what your deck is by seeing the top 5, right? They can basically see what one of your hands would have looked like. That is huge advantage, especially in game 1s. And one of the downsides in Yu-Gi-Oh! That you could argue about a deck milling your cards is like, well, what if it triggers my graveyard effects? Well, that was never the case because they always had cards to counter whatever effects you were going to be triggering or whatever effects you could have on your following turn to combat the advantage that they had just gained. Even in tier mirrors, there's constantly Ishizu cards going back and forth until, you know, one person didn't have any Ishizu cards left and their plays could finally go through. Yeah, it's just like really amazing to see these cards at 1. Like, so amazing. But them being at 1 still creates kind of this luck factor that Tearlament has always had as a problem and will maybe still continue to be a problem if we don't see any other hits. Oh my goodness, Shiren, Merly, and Havnus all going to 1. Holy shit. Holy fucking shit. This is insane. I really did not think they were gonna go this hard on tier, but it is warranted. I'm completely okay with this. I fucking hate Tearlament. I'm so happy to see that these cards are getting hit in the way that they are. Going forward, we have Ancient Fairy Dragon, effective March 10th, 2023. So this is because Ancient Fairy Dragon has an errata. I literally couldn't tell you what the errata is or how the cards change, but it's cool to see that it's back into the game. Hopefully the card isn't completely terrible. And it looks like that is everything for limited. So Pearl Rhino gets to stay at 3, which I mean, I guess is fair enough, right? I guess it's fair enough, although I would have probably limited it because I would have. Pot of Desires staying at 2 alongside Recital Starling. Okay, they didn't go completely unhinged there. They left those cards where they are, and obviously Mally being Mally. Destrudo. Now, okay. Oh. You know what? I actually wasn't paying attention earlier in the video about banned Link monsters. I wasn't looking. I wasn't fully paying attention. Now wait, let me go back up. Let me go back up. Where is it? Oh, man. Auroradon is still too powerful, apparently, to come off the ban list, but Destrudo, completely unlimited. Jet Synchron, completely unlimited. O-Lion, completely unlimited. Everything that died, well, these 2 cards here mainly that died for the sins of Helka Fibrax, finally coming out there. Spiral Resort, Field Spell. I don't think this will matter. I think the other Spiral monster, what is its name? Spiral, Quick Fix. I thought there was another Spiral monster that was banned. Spiral Master Plan. I think that's the one. Yeah, so this, I feel like the deck still really isn't that big of an issue. It just gives people a couple more, a little consistency boost. Yatagarasu, True King, Lithosagem the Disaster, and Servant of Endymion. I feel like that is all good and dandy. This is all, like, I saw a lot of the new Dino cards. I forget what the new archetype was, but that archetype looks pretty damn good. I don't know if it can play Lithosagem at all, and I doubt it'll make a difference. Regardless, Yatagarasu, yeah, sure, that's fine. But yeah, wow, this was literally just a big fuck you to Tearlament, and I am ecstatic about that. Now, this, I think, will make Yu-Gi-Oh! Much more enjoyable. The Sprite Elf hit still seems unfair to Sprite, because I felt like Sprite was the deck that felt the most, like, fair, I guess, outside of Testudo or Rot Newman. Yeah, I don't know. This is just, today's already been going good, and this just makes it even better. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little reaction. The only thing that is kind of bothering me now is that the, you know, what is it? Some of the videos that I have, I'm gonna have to upload very fast, because this list doesn't go into effect until February 13th, so about a week away until this goes into effect. So I'll probably upload the rest of the old format stuff that I have, and then come the 13th, whatever locals I play after that, which I think, I'm not sure actually if my next locals will be in the new ban list. I'm not entirely sure. It will be, or no, it won't be, but we'll probably play new list. I hope we play new list. If we don't, there might not be videos that week until the following week when we can actually play new list at locals. But yeah, that's amazing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. We're finally free, at least I hope so. I hope this is enough. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. As always, Winterkill signing out. We'll see you guys in the next one. And last but not least, a big thank you goes to our current Divine level channel members, who are Ponystar, Cadillacs84, HCH Cyber, and Mizfid. Thank you guys so much for your very kind and very generous support of this channel.